SpaceX and Blue Origin, two of the most renowned private space companies, share strikingly similar origin stories. Both are the brainchildren of visionary billionaires, Musk and Bezos, respectively. While Blue Origin was initially touted to give SpaceX a run for its money, becoming its main competitor, the current reality paints a different picture. While SpaceX continues to break records and make headlines with ambitious projects like Starship, Blue Origin frequently finds itself in the spotlight for rocket failures and legal tangles. And today is no exception. A recent lawsuit has thrown Amazon and Bezos into the limelight, a controversy that could also directly impact Blue Origin, potentially spelling trouble for both Bezos and his space company. Before we delve any deeper, ensure you're not missing out on any future news. Hit that subscribe button on our channel to stay updated on the Starship's launch date and much more. Last year, Amazon made headlines by announcing what they dubbed the biggest rocket deal in commercial space industry history, securing launch contracts with United Launch Alliance, Arianespace, and Bezos' own Blue Origin. In Amazon's annual shareholders meeting in May, they revealed their plans to invest approximately $7.4 billion in launch services up to 2028, with a significant portion going to Bezos' Blue Origin. The lawsuit claims Amazon deliberately excluded SpaceX, a prominent and cost-effective launch provider, from the procurement process due to Bezos' personal rivalry with Musk. SpaceX holds the leading position in the rocket provider space, offering Falcon 9 rockets at a competitive market price of around $70 million per launch. In 2023, they're setting records with launches occurring approximately every 4 days on average. Amazon, on its part, is standing firm against the claims made in the lawsuit. A spokesperson for the company stated that the claims are baseless, and they are eager to refute them through the legal process. The lawsuit argues that Amazon's leadership failed to conduct a thorough analysis of the rocket launch market and approve the contracts after minimal deliberation, failing to address Bezos' significant conflict of interest adequately. Back in July 2020, Bezos had informed Amazon's audit committee about ongoing discussions with Blue Origin and 3 other companies for launch contracts, deliberately sidelining SpaceX as a viable option. The suit also alleges that the team led by Bezos did not consider SpaceX at all, and the Amazon audit committee remained out of the loop on these negotiations for nearly 18 months. The exact contract values and Amazon's total expenditure for the launches are redacted in the lawsuit. In January 2022, according to the lawsuit, Bezos' team informed Amazon's audit committee that they had fully negotiated 2 contracts with Blue Origin and ULA. An interesting tidbit is that the contract to use ULA's Vulcan rocket directly benefits Blue Origin, as each Vulcan is powered by a pair of Blue Origin's B-4 rocket engines. They also claim that the audit committee was only given a brief summary of the terms of the contracts and swiftly approved the deal with only a few minutes of discussion, essentially rubber stamping the agreement. According to the lawsuit, the audit committee was left in the dark about key details: how Bezos and his team conducted the negotiations with Blue Origin, Bezos' level of involvement, whether they explored contracting with other launch providers, and the challenges Blue Origin faced with New Glenn's development. These details were crucial given the 2026 deadline mandated by the FCC and how these challenges could impact Amazon's ability to meet it. Fast forward to March 2022, Bezos' team presented a summary of the Blue Origin and ULA contracts, along with a 3rd contract for Arianespace, to the Amazon board for approval. The lawsuit argues that by neglecting their fiduciary duties, the board has put Amazon at substantial risk and exposed the Kuiper program to unnecessary dangers. With each day that passes as Amazon's chosen launch partners, especially Blue Origin, struggle and SpaceX continues to showcase its capabilities, the damage inflicted by the board's decisions continues to mount, as noted in the lawsuit. The suit also suggests that Bezos might have hesitated to seek help from his rival Musk to launch Amazon's satellites due to personal pride. In 2021, Musk didn't hold back his opinions about Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin. Musk told attendees at the Code conference that Bezos should prioritize getting into orbit over engaging in lawsuits. He pointed out that lawsuits wouldn't get anyone to the moon, referencing Blue Origin's attempt to sue their way into winning a lunar lander bid. Musk didn't spare Virgin Galactic either, describing both their and Blue Origin's first passenger flights as a mere step in the direction of orbit that didn't measure up to SpaceX's efforts. Interestingly, NASA seemed to share Musk's sentiments to some extent. The Verge obtained legal documents indicating that NASA felt Blue Origin took a significant gamble with their proposed $5.9 billion lunar lander price. Blue Origin allegedly set the price much higher than needed, banking on NASA eventually negotiating for a lower cost. The company also assumed Congress would fully fund NASA's requirements, despite indications to the contrary from the Senate. When NASA chose SpaceX's $2.9 billion bid instead of engaging in price negotiations, Blue Origin tried to challenge the decision, even making a last-minute $2 billion offer. However, it was too late, and the Government Accountability Office rejected Blue Origin's claims, affirming NASA's choice of SpaceX. Blue Origin subsequently took NASA to court. Blue Origin Vice President Megan Mitchell defended the company's position, claiming they had made a great offer and disagreed with NASA's assessment of their approach. It's worth noting that SpaceX has been involved in legal battles too. For instance, they sued the U.S. government in 2019 after losing an Air Force rocket contract to Blue Origin and others. Nevertheless, Musk's candid criticisms seem to resonate in this evolving competition to reach the moon and beyond. A few days later, an Amazon spokesperson responded to Engadget, countering Musk's criticisms by pointing out SpaceX's history of suing the U.S. government over contracts and decisions. It's safe to say the SpaceX and Blue Origin rivalry is only just starting to heat up. Also recently, the Federal Aviation Administration officially concluded its investigation into a failed cargo mission by Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin that occurred last year. As a result of the investigation, the FAA has mandated that Blue Origin must undertake 21 corrective actions, all aimed at enhancing safety. The FAA specified that Blue Origin will only be permitted to launch their New Shepard vehicle after they've successfully implemented all the corrective measures related to public safety and obtained an updated launch license. In September 2022, Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket was on a cargo mission when it experienced a failure. Blue Origin later identified the cause as an overheated part in the rocket engine's nozzle. Fortunately, no individuals were on board during this incident as the mission was dedicated to carrying science and research payloads. So, for the moment at least, SpaceX seems to be ahead. That wraps up our today's update, folks. Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you have any additional insights to share about space exploration, we'd love to hear those as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.